Hi, my name is John from Japanese Knife Imports, and today I'm here to talk to you about our Gesshin 6000S. This is the Gesshin 6000S right in front of me, and it's one of two 6000 grit stones that we carry, the other being our Gesshin 6000 Splash and Go stone here. The Gesshin 6000S, in contrast to the other Gesshin 6000, is actually a soaking stone, and so it's something that you'll need to soak for about 5 to 10 minutes before you start using it. It can also live permanently in water if you'd like, but definitely needs to be soaked before you start using it. And when you soak stones, you want to soak them until bubbles stop coming out of it, and that tells you that the stone has been thoroughly saturated and is ready for use. What's nice about this as a soaking stone is that it holds water pretty well, both in the stone and on the surface, so you don't need to constantly be splashing water on it. It's actually a really easy stone to use in that regard. What I like about this stone, in contrast to our other stone, is that it's a faster cutting stone than our Splash and Go stone. It removes a lot of metal very quickly. So if you're looking for a stone to be able to touch up at a high grit, this stone will work well for you. It also has much better tactile feedback. You get a lot more response in terms of the grippiness of the stone and what it feels like as you're sharpening on it. What it does not do quite as well is leave even and consistent polish. This stone tends to leave a little bit of streaking around the corners and curves of knives. So for example, in a knife like this, you'll start to see some streaking in this area over here. And I will show you what that looks like in a second. First, let me show you what the stone looks like out of the box. So we have our fancy box here for the stone. It says Gesshin 6000 WA, refers to the abrasive in this stone, which is white alumina oxide. Here's the actual new stone. You'll see it has a logo on it. Mine, of course, as always, are stones that I use. It's a little bit beat up, and as they get soaked, the color darkens a little bit, and so you'll see that here. So this is the brand new stone. And here is the one that has been soaked and is now ready to go. Like most of our videos, we're going to sharpen a couple of different steels so you can see how they work. The first being a stainless powdered steel that is a little bit more wear resistant and a little bit more difficult to sharpen. And so here we go. Now, even though I say the stone is a grippier, more tactile kind of forward stone, it provides a lot more tactile feedback, it doesn't feel or sound overly abrasive or gritty. It's a very smooth, creamy feeling. Actually really similar to our Gesshin 8000. This is essentially a lower grit version of our Gesshin 8000, which our customers seem to really like. And you can see here the cutting speed is rather nice. In terms of dishing, it's also relatively dish resistant. I think you'll find that most higher grit stones are pretty good at resisting dishing. But this one does a pretty solid job at that. And quite a bit of metal being removed rather quickly. And it does leave a very nice shiny finish, especially on smaller bevels like this. You will get a very near mirror finish edge. And in fact, I don't even see any visible scratches from the stone. As I look at this, it looks very shiny and mirror-like to me. So next up, we'll take our carbon steel knife, which is blue number 1 with soft carbon cladding. And it's a wide bevel, so we'll give you an idea of how that performs as well. And what you can see is, as I rinsed off the stone, there's no black left on here. It's not loading up. It's a very nice stone in that regard as well. So here we go. And again, just like before, it's a very fast cutting stone. You see a lot of black, a lot of metal being removed. And hopefully you can hear what the stone sounds like also. And I'm trying to get some streaking to occur so that you can see kind of what that looks like on here. Because this stone does create a lot of mud, it can potentially leave a really smooth, even finish, but it takes a little bit more time since you have to work up the mud and then kind of use really, really light pressure with that mud to get as smooth and even of a finish as possible. So when you're just sharpening normally, you'll find that you do get that streaking versus the Gesshin 6000 Splash and Go, which I have to my right, that does not have that same effect. So here's a kind of semi-finished result, and let me rinse this off so you can get an idea of how this looks. And here what you'll see is that it looks like a very shiny mirror-like edge. Let's rinse it off a little bit better. There is some wisps of white, which is the scratches from the 6000 grit stone. So it's not a perfect mirror, but you do get a nice contrast with it here. And it does actually do a pretty decent job for contrast. You'll see if you spend a lot of time here, you'll start to get parts on the jigane that start to be a little bit polished out as well. But when preceded with the stone that does a good job on contrast, you can see here it's able to maintain it, and it actually can put a decent contrast on as well. You can see some streaking kind of at this tip area over here, and a little bit also towards the heel. I don't know how well this will come through with the camera, but all in all, a very nice looking edge, very fast cutting. 6,000 grit is still 6,000 grit, so the kind of edge that you can expect from that is pretty standard. But in terms of the cutting speed, it's a great stone for fast cutting. So when you're looking for a nice touch-up stone, whether for single or double bevel knives, this might be a good stone for you. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me at Jon, at JapaneseKnifeImports.com, or give us a call at the store. You can find all of our contact information on our website, www.JapaneseKnifeImports.com. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will enjoy this stone. Have a great day.